Yeah. You know what it is, man. Jay the Hittman. Chrome Recordings. What you drinking on, baby? Give me a Hennessy.
Yep, Charlemagne the God, the Prime Minister, pissing people off, the ruler, rubbing you the wrong way, the architect of aggravation, and right now you listening to the Last Call podcast. Peace.
Hittman. Jay the Hittman. Live in the building. You know what it is, man. We in the goddamn building. Last Call podcast. The show. We here. I think the day has come. Kings versus Queens. The men versus the women. Hey, yo, first of all, shout out to the Hit Squad. Shout out Archive Nation. Shout out to InYourFace.tv. You know how I do. Gotta shout out my crew because we the motherfucking best. Sorry, Khaled. Anyway, yo, crazy. Kings versus Queens. It goes down Saturday, the 17th of October, 2020. URL versus Queen of the Ring. They had the face off. And the shit was motherfucking hilarious. The shit was fucking hilarious. It was fucking comedy, entertainment. This shit, good for TV, good for the internet. I loved it. I ain't even gonna lie. It's like boxing. It's good entertainment, my nigga. You love it. You gotta love this shit. This battle rap shit is real. The world don't even know how big battle rap is, but battle rap is fucking huge, and it's only getting huger. Shout out to everybody that makes that possible. Anyway, the face-off was crazy. Shout out to Smack, URL, shout out to Caffeine. They put it together. One thing I will say is Caffeine be on motherfucking point. And shout out to Jay Black, champion, for hosting. Caffeine don't play. They do not play. When that shit say it's starting at a time, it starts at the time. You better catch it or don't catch it. Shit was on time. It was dope. Who had the first face-off? Swamp versus KCJ. The shit was hilarious. It sounded like a fucking couple arguing. The whole shit sounded like one big ass argument. All 7 face-offs sound like one big ass argument. But it was dope. KCJ versus Swamp. Swamp was being cool, being Swamp, being Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Casey was being Texas. She was kind of spazzing on this nigga. I think he was getting to her a little bit. But she was doing what she was doing. And she wouldn't stop talking, of course. And he was like, yo, you being a regular fucking chick, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? She just was going at him. Oh, excuse me. And he was going at her. So it was dope. It sounded like I said, one big ass, happy, angry at the moment couple. She was dope, but I think that battle's gonna be fire. Again, I got that battle kind of maybe debatable, but I do got Swamp probably easing that off 2-1. Who was the next motherfucking face off? It was Rum Nitty and C3. That shit was kind of weird because it started out real cool and they looked like they was real cool, and C3 don't look like she be trying to get all hype. You know what I mean? But Rum Nitty said some crazy shit about her trying to kill herself back in the day. You know what I mean? And that ain't nothing to play with. But I think that shit set her the fuck off. And she got turned. And that shit turned into a fucking argument, 2 of the couples. That nigga was calling her ugly. She was calling that nigga little. She was talking about his book bag and his gold teeth. The shit was fucking crazy funny. But it was a dope, entertaining face-off. I ain't mad at that. I give Nitty 2-1 to that. I really think that's going to be 2-1. Arsenal. Official. That shit was funny, too. Because Arsenal brought out the goddamn cookie. You know, like in, I think that was next Friday when that nigga Mike Epps gave motherfucking raised the goddamn cookie on the damn windowsill and shit. He brought the cookie out and slid that shit across the table, like put the shit on the table and tried to give it to her. The shit was hilarious. You know, they like family. He like big bro to her. He put her in the game, kind of sort of gave her, you know, some kudos on how to, well, not kudos, give her some game on how to do this shit. So, you know, it's kind of like friendly, tough, love, family, brother, sister shit. The shit was funny as fuck. Arsenal, I think, is going to come out on top of that 2-1 just because it's Arsenal. You know what I mean? That's Arsenal. What you going to do about it? DNA, Vixen. That shit was a little awkward because them two don't even clash together. DNA was acting real DNA-ish as far as drinking his water, getting money. She was trying to get that nigga to talk, but that nigga was like, fuck that shit, I ain't saying too much. I'm just being DNA, which usually that ain't him, but I guess he got a little scheme. You know, that nigga slick. Gotta watch that. Shout out to Vixen too, though. I think that battle, I'm gonna go 2-1 to that too. That might be a 3-0. I don't know. DNA though. K-Shine and E-Hart. I don't know, man. E-Hart's like a nigga, man. Like I said, she held her composure more than anybody. I don't think she don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You can talk shit to her all day. She ain't even get turned. She got kind of turned up at the end of the face-off, but she kept her cool. She ain't even do all that extra shit, yo. K-Shine was smooth, nothing major. He talked his talk, but K-Shine I think gonna genuinely 3-0 her. But I'm not gonna sleep on E-Hart. Shout out to K-Shine and E-Hart. Charlie Clips and Couture, that shit was fucking hilarious, disrespectful. Charlie Clips talking all this extra disrespectful, fucking with her, just why the cable's still in his name talk. You know, just talking about, you know, he still love her daughter, you know, her son or daughter, I'm not sure, I forgot. You know, their history, you know, just this funny, subliminal ex-boyfriend shit, even though her dude is there and she's in a whole new relationship, and she was keeping her shit real cool. Couture was kind of, you know, I mean, she was kind of still, you know what I mean? And she ain't too thrilled. She's not excited. She's just here to get her check, do what she do, and go home. That's her style, I guess. But, you know, to each his own. Got to stay up on that one. I fuck with it, though. Charlie Clips, 2-1. I give it that. Sue Surf and, I was about to say Couture. Sue Surf and goddamn 40 bars. That one was hilarious. This nigga Sue Surf brought out the picnic table cover, brought out some wine, brought out some candles, brought out some Lunchables, was trying to have a little picnic date with her and shit in front of Jay Black, and she just was, he got to her inner. I think, yo, she better not lose her composure or she will choke. She gotta not let Sue Surf do what he do. Sue Surf is Sue Surf. And they gonna talk his shit regardless. You know, look, he just lost to Lux, and he don't give a fuck. You gotta not let that fuck with you, 40. So, but that shit was funny, man. He kept flirting with her. She kept saying that he was getting on her nerves. It sounded like one big, happy, mad couple. The whole shit. This shit is gonna be entertaining, man. Tomorrow is going down. 10/17. Today, whatever. I don't even know what time I'm gonna drop this, but it's going down. Kings versus Queens. Smack. Queen of the Ring. This shit was hilarious. I love it. It's your boy. That's called. Yeah.